Bonjour, je sais bonsoir from where I am, but bonjour. Bon jeudi ou bon vendredi, ça dépend si tu as français période 1, 2 ou 3, ou if you have French période 4 ou 5. Oui, regardez une journée dans la vie de Melman. A day in the life of Melman. Oui, regarde. Le matin, Melman a mangé les feuilles et les bananes pour le petit-déj. Après, Melman a nagé à la plage avec Gloria, Alex et Marty. All right, notice we have le matin. In the morning, Melman a mangé. Past tense, passé composé. Il a mangé les feuilles et les bananes, the leaves, et les bananes pour le petit-déj, for breakfast. After, Melman a nagé à la plage avec Gloria, Alex et Marty. So, please notice all the capital letters, commas, punctuation that we have in French, just like we do in English. Oui? All right, let's see what else Melman does. Le soir, Melman est allé à la fête. Il a porté une cravate noire et un chapeau de fête. Et Melman a dansé. Il adore danser. Après ça, Melman est retourné au zoo à 9h30. Melman a dormi au zoo. Bonne nuit, Melman. Voilà, c'est une histoire simple, histoire très intéressante parce que Melman est très amusante. Oui? So, a day in the life of Melman. Oui? Look at this. Il a mangé les feuilles et les bananes, nagé à la plage, et allé, il a reporté, il a dansé, il est retourné. And don't ask why past tense for retourner and aller has a like être. There's a reason. We're going to learn about it a little bit later. But if you want to say went or returned, you say est allé and est retourné. The rest are a dormi, a nagé, a porté, a fini, a choisi. Oui, a regardé la télévision. Oui, a mangé, whatever, I think I already said that one. Oui, voilà. So, here you go. A day in the life. Oui, so mesdames et messieurs, first things first, choisis un caractère. Now, I've had many people do their friends, where you take a picture of their friend doing homework, a picture of their friend doing whatever with their phone, and then uploading it. Choose a character or choose a friend. I do not care. Oui? All right. And it can be any character. Oui? Melman. A lot of people do athletes, a day in the life of Aaron Roger, Aaron Rodgers, etc., etc. Oui, and then you're going to create la journée, créer la journée. Give me 2 different times a day. I need to know what he did le matin, l'après-midi, le matin, le soir, morning and afternoon, afternoon, evening, morning and evening. Oui? And then here comes the important part. I need 6 activités dans le passé composé. That's the first thing you're going to do. You're going to come out with his 6 fun activities for this caractère. Oui? That they do. And that's 6, and it says activité, but look here. Il a porté, il a mangé. Those are our action verbs. Those are the activités. Oui. Now, it was not easy to find Melman with clothes on. Oui. Because here you look, you have to have 2 clothing items minimum. A food item, and you have some 2 places. So if you can't find the clothing items, you can always do what I did and just insert an image, search the web. I did, bow tie, transparent background. Oui? And you find one that you like, you insert it. So this bow tie for Melman, it's a drag and drop bow tie. Oops. Let's put it back where we got it. Oui? And the same with the chapeau. I even added the chapeau and the cravate ici. Oui? You could even, add in some food. And then you have to have 2 places. Here we go. À la plage, at the beach. And then ozo. I don't know if we learned ozo. I feel like we did briefly. Oui, ozo. Oui. So I have met my rubric. Oui, I've met my the things my requirements. 6 verbs, 6 things that happened. He wore, he ate, he returned, he went, he swam, he danced, he slept, he watched, he played. Me. And then it says down here, this is part 1 of a multi-step project. Okay, we're going to be adding some stuff to this in the next coming weeks. We? All right. And then this is you're going to be speaking. You're going to be telling me the story just like I told you. Oui? Et Melman a dansé. Il adore danser. Oui? All right. Google. Oh, I'm sorry. Google Translate. I know you guys are doing it. You have to stop. I can spot it a mile away. Oui? If you need to look up one word, that's okay. Listen to the way it's pronounced. If you're going to use the word for strawberry, which is fraise, don't pronounce it phrases because j'adore phrases. Je ne sais pas. I don't know. Je ne sais pas. Me? It's not going to help you. Me? Okay. Use words we know. Keep it simple. Don't try to say, well, I want to know that he blew down the door with his chinny chin chin. And then you try to Google Translate that and it just doesn't work. So stick to simple things. Like I said, use the drag and drop feature to make them at the beach, to make them eating a banana, to make them wearing a tie. Oui, facile. Okay. Often with a lot of characters, you can find things that you can add the words to or add the pictures to the words. Simple, simple, simple. All right. Here is, I'm going to show you where to get this in our Vocés textbook. We just did a huge lesson of vocabulary that had weather, clothing, places, activities, all this kinds of stuff. I'm going to show you that. Here's some helpful vocab that I know you're going to want to use. Il, elle, est allé. Here she went. Remember I said it takes est allé. Don't ask why. That's for later. Returned. Il or elle est retourné, retourné. And then a fait. Il a fait du skate, il a fait du jogging, il a fait du yoga, elle a fait la cuisine, elle a fait un pique-nique, elle a fait du shopping. Faire is used a lot, and it is elle a fait or il a fait. If you remember any of the other irregular verbs we did il a bu, il a lu, he read, he drank, il a voulu, he wanted, etc., etc. But those are the easy ones. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. Oh gosh. And then here's a great way to tell your story using a and, avec, with, and at what time, at a place, à la plage, au parc, au centre commercial. And then down here, right here, oops, after, après, or après ça, or after that, or ensuite. Oui, il a mangé le petit-déj, ensuite il est allé à l'école, he went to school. Bravo. Here is this. Follow this. Go through and grade yourself. Points. 6 action verbs. You just have to have 6 things going on. Look at my easy 6 things. Manger, nager, porter, danser, retourner, dormir. We 6 easy things. Me? And then spell them correctly. Just spell them correctly. Copy. 2 clothing items, chapeau, cravate. A food item, banana. And 2 places, à la plage et aux eaux. Have fun, be creative. We are going to be adding to this. So pick a character that you like. There's so many fonts and colors and pictures and ways to drag and drop. You could have made Melman wearing a skirt. Oui? So again, a lot of you did a really good job playing with the Google Draw features, which are very similar in slides. So you just insert your image. You can insert speech bubbles, thought bubbles. We Speaking bubbles, il a parlé à, he talked to. We hear il a parlé au téléphone, il a téléphoné. All kinds of things you can do. You just add these things right in there, play around with your backgrounds, very similar to Google Draw. And again, this is also going to turn into a speaking activity. We're going to be storytelling. Oui? So one more time, I'm going to read you so you're going to you're going to start your own Google slideshow, and you're going to attach it, and you're going to call it Une journée dans la vie. And then, actually, I think the best way to do is to start a second slideshow for you that already has your name on it. So you can just attach it to that assignment. So that's what I'm going to do. So you're going to be so just look in the Google Classroom. You'll see it's going to be called Une journée dans la vie. And then you're going to be able to build your slideshow down from there. Oui? So Une journée dans la vie de Melman. Oui? Le matin, Melman a mangé les feuilles et les bananes pour le petit-déj. Après, Melman a nagé à la plage avec Gloria, Alex et Marty. Le soir, Melman est allé à la fête. Il a porté une cravate noire et un chapeau de fête. Et Melman a dansé. Il adore danser. Après ça, Melman est retourné au zoo. À 9h30, Melman a dormi au zoo. Bonne nuit, Melman. Oui, facile. Again, you guys did a really good job practicing the dragging and dropping and the formatting on the Google Draw with the Google Dessin, La Boutique. This is very similar. Like I said, you're going to have this slideshow as an example because it's got your rubrics on it and that you can self-grade. We self-grade before if you need to, before you submit. And then you're going to get a second blank slideshow that's just called Une journée dans la vie. And then you will be able to add your character. Une journée dans la vie de, a day in the life of, une journée dans la vie de Bart Simpson. De, je ne sais pas. Oui? You can be whoever you want. Oui, Ariel, la petite mermaid. Oui, whoever you want it to be. Oui? So, mesdames et messieurs, I had one teacher, and I'm not going to tell you who it is. It was not an 8th grade teacher. Was awesome enough to let a former student have them as their character. I don't think with COVID that's necessarily allowed, but get creative, fun, fonts, colors, pictures. There's so much you can do with drag and drop features. Remember to use that transparent and then this arrange feature up here at the top. You can do the order, send it to the back, move it to the front. There's a lot of things you can do. Me? Okay. So I expect today at the end of your 80-minute French period, like I said, if you're period 1, 2, or 3, or 4 or 5, at the end of your 80-minute period, I expect you to at least have kind of your rough draft done. Because this does take a while to get it good, to write, to pull the images. Maybe you find images you like better. And especially because I want you to go back and say, okay, I've kind of built my slide. And look, there's only 1, 2, 3. I only did 3 slides because I put 2 on each. You don't have to do 6 slides. Oui? But I'm going to leave that up to you because that is a design choice and you're in charge. Oui? We will have a meet tomorrow just to talk a little bit more about this. And if you're not sure how to make the passé composé, go back and watch the videos. SAP, SNAP, ER Review. There's a lot of them in the exact same YouTube network that you're watching this in right now. Okay, so last thing I want to show you. This is important. These are your requirements, helpful vocabulary, how to check yourself. And then where do I get all this vocabulary? I don't know how to spell anything. Me? Now, this is chapitre 7. We're still in chapitre 7, les vêtements. Oui? Here we go, les vêtements. Remember, this has everything in it. It has a lot of clothing items. Look, you can make Melman